Worse than I am. Okay. Go ahead and you just turn the key. Okay, pump the brakes a little bit. I mean, I feel like they hold decent. Starting this video off with a, a little sneak peek. That didn't make any sense. Yeah, sneak peek on the Duramax intercooler piping and how it's coming out. I love powder coating, best thing in the world. I've been putting in a lot of time, money, and effort into fixing this whole setup and situating it and getting it all to be what I want it to be. But instead of rambling about that, today is actually about this. How close are we to a drive for this thing? I actually got the drive line, threw it in. We are down to, I need to throw some coolant in it, finalize some radiator hoses and stuff. Odds and ends, little odds and ends, but I think we can actually start it today. But to do so, I've been starting it with the pedal just laying on the floor. Can't keep doing that. So, I'm gonna rig up a gas pedal mount, clean up a bunch of this odds and ends everywhere. Move a bunch of this random wiring that can get all thrown away. Probably mount the shifter, because how are you going to drive it without shifting it? Yeah, so catching up on this thing while doing a little bit of progress report on the big guy outside. So enough ramble, let's jump into a little bit of work straight off the bat, and then we'll get to a progress update later. Before anything though, can we just look at how bright it is in here. Like the ground looks like the garage door's open. There's so much light. These Amazon, you're not gonna be able to see them. Yeah, they're like a 6-pod crazy UFO looking I installed them and accidentally had the switch still on. Now just even looking at them, I can just see a green orb where the camera should be. So yeah, those are bright. Trying to situate the brightness in here, and I'm realizing I'm lacking a little bit in this area. So yeah, get the lighting, get that all sorted, get some audio better. I have a new tripod on the way, but like I said, enough ramble. Let's get a gas pedal mounted and let's maybe start this thing up. Before I run out there, knock this mount out real quick. Obviously gonna drill 2 holes for the pedal. I just wanted to say, yo, I don't know why I've never had a swag off-road little, what is it, the portable bandsaw stand. Having it clamped on a vise, dumbest thing in the world. This is just, it's just marvelous. Having a nice little flat cut table, I can make straight cuts again, everything just, I'm trying to do this and I'm just hoping it gets warmer today because where's my phone? What's my phone say it is? My phone says it is 12:30. My wifey is texting me, and if I put in my pin, oh, it is 33 degrees. Ooh. Ooh. I'm so warm. And I blew the heater breaker, so I had to take the heater out for right now, so I can cut or I can have the heater. Yeah, today, man, trying to get a video for you guys. It's gonna freeze my nuts off. So, getting the welder outside, I am actually multitasking here a little bit. I cracked both front brake bleeder valves. It's a hard word and it took me like 3 times to say that clip, so happy I said that time. Yeah, cracked both brake bleeder valves. Didn't ruin it yet. Just letting all this junk fluid drain out, filling it up with some new good stuff. Figured before we weld this in, actually explain why are we welding the pedal like this. So I'll take the pedal and I'll show you. One, I was just gonna bolt it flat like that. Yeah, that's never gonna work. Can't bolt it out into space, obviously, so I need to go through and I need to clean up a bunch of this wiring, figure out what's what. Some of this is dash lights. Some of this is, I don't just, previous owners, they weren't the greatest. Thankfully, there's a nice shell that's left that I can fix, but
for now it has headlights. It will have taillights and brake lights. It'll have turn signals, etc. It starts off the factory key and everything, which is really what I wanted. I gotta delete this stupid stuff over here because they had like when we went and picked the truck up, it was in the middle of the night at Salem, so about an hour and a half away from Longview. This is how I started the truck, was that turned the power on, that turned the key, we bumped the starter that way, and then that was it. I didn't have any lights, any wipers, anything, so it was a pretty sketchy drive home in the middle of the night when it started raining at 70 miles an hour. Yeah. Instead of rambling here, we're gonna go ahead and actually weld this piece on so the pedal sits right, so we can actually clean up some wiring, get some more stuff done, be able to sit properly, you know, give the truck throttle. Now yeah, instead of rambling, I'm gonna get this clip done because this is killing my back to lay at an angle in this truck with my legs all propped holding me up. Right. It is still freezing while I'm out here. Something dawned on me. I do. There we go. Okay, so usual parts order me. Well, that's B2 crap. That's what I want. I kept the exhaust from the brown S10, and that is the exhaust that was on the motor that's in her truck. So yeah, this thing is way loud when it does run, so I'll be cobbling something together using that. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit myself in the head. Let's get that, sit down there. Yeah, I figure I'll cut that one off, cut that one off, cut that somewhere, rotate. Yeah. Yeah, oh. Dude, is it a little flowy? Oh. Oh, I haven't seen one in so long, but yeah. I actually have a little bit of a brake pedal. I might just walking around talking, let's see. So, like I said, I was trying to bleed the brakes. I don't remember this thing ever having good brakes. But now, at least there's brake pedal. So that's good. And check that out. I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty right to me. It's all good. It's legit. It's not coming off. I gotta clean up that wiring. I'm gonna pull that out real quick. So I'm gonna yank this all apart. Then I'm gonna see about, I mean, theoretically, if we had this mounted down there somehow, I don't need this stuff here, and then I went down and bolted that back to the transmission and ran the cable, this thing would shift. I mean, it has brakes, it has steering. Brakes, steering, and it runs. Theoretically, we could test drive this. What would make me stoked is actually to have Gail test drive this, because even though I'm building it and all that stuff, it's her truck. And she's never actually driven it. We've owned this thing for I think 3 years now. And I'm the one who drove it home, and then I drove it the second day we had it, and then the head gaskets weren't so happy with the original small block, so pulled that apart, and it just kind of sat once we had Finnegan, and you know, have a baby, things sit, and yada yada yada. But now here we are, instead of a little 283 5-speed or whatever it was, and now it's a 5.3 60E. It's bagged, it's bougie. I don't know. I'm rambling. Let's get a bunch of this wiring just yanked out real quick because it's bothering the crap out of me. Tidy up 1 or 2 odds and ends, and then theoretically we'll start working on a shifter. I don't know. Maybe kinda. We'll see what happens. Today's videos, it's not involving as much work on camera as I wanted it to, because 90% of what's happening is work and then run in and just stand next to the heater. I have another heater rigged over in the corner.
Man, I love that the sun is back. I'm getting to enjoy some nice, you know, light, natural light. But now that I have indoor light, I'd rather it just be warm because this is so cold and but many things. Got some gas, got some transmission fluid. Why do we need those things? I mean, well, one, I still need to fill this up with coolant, but everything is kind of, I mean, it's kind of rigged up. It's rigged. There's actually no door latch from this side yet, so that'll be fun. I did get the shifter figured out, the cable figured out. I have to put all this stuff away. I wanted to show you guys, so this is why when we got the truck, originally the people before were having trouble, was this is supposed to be wiring harness, and listen to it. Yeah, they had powered, or they had sent power to ground, I think, and shorted out the main actual power to the fuse block. So this wire right here was shorted through the harness. All I did was go through the harness, find where it was shorted, cut all that part out, and then just went to the cleanest spot of the wiring where it wasn't all melted and gross, fixed it up, and voila, we have power. I mean, let's see, I think if I turn the key, yeah, and the fuel pump, everything works off the key again. So they didn't need to have all this accessory crap. So I still need to spend a bunch of time tidying this all up, figuring out the dash lights, and then deciding, you know, what's honestly gonna happen is I'm gonna get a little money together and I'm just going to, I'll flip a car and then I'll buy her Dolphin gauges or Dakota Digital or something like that on the down low and just not tell her, and we'll get all that in so she has nice fancy gauges, because at the end of the day, this is a small lady's truck, and treating your old lady is it's a good thing. So I gotta get some holes drilled real quick. I actually marked one there and one up here, so that can bolt down. Set that down for the time being. Clean all this up, and then we'll get some gas in it. Oh, maybe put a little coolant in it and fire it. Get some transmission fluid in it. Set it on the ground. Get whited out by light. But it's just a, you know, fun little day of messing around. I did throw a new transmission mount in and actually bolt down the transmission crossmember. The old mount was, I'd cut the stud off because it was one of those single studs, and I just used it for the height that I needed. And I just got one of those cheapo little eBay, it's essentially a competition engineering mount, but it's not. Peek down here and see my, my homemade transmission crossmember. Just some 2x3 with a little welded on tab bolt. Can't see crap down here. I need to tidy up these fuel lines and the fuel pump main wire. I need to connect a bunch of random grounds and stuff, but before I do that, I'm gonna get the shifter all the way bolted down so I can make sure it all ratchets through the gears and everything. And little does she know, I haven't told her that I've been doing all this all day, that I've just been all hands forward on her truck. So when she gets home, it's gonna be really loud, but I think I'm gonna get her to try and pull it out of the backyard and possibly turn it around or something like that, because I'd rather work with the back under the covered area since I'm not doing as much on the engine right now. Hopefully that'll make more sense once we get to it. I'm just cold. If you notice, I came right back into the heater because love me some warm. I have no idea. I'm shaking. I'm so cold, and I just want to film and get some content out. So it's better than nothing, right? Okay, so bed, roughly supported, zip ties on the fuel pump, fuel lines, door. Unfortunately, gonna need a new radiator. Started to fill this one up, and it just leaking randomly out of the face. I don't know if it leaked when we had it to begin with, so I have no idea. It's not a big deal. Just buy a new one off eBay. Everything else seems good. Need to fire it so we can fill the transmission fluid, and geez, I guess see if once the transmission fluid is full, if it will cycle gears. Ooh, your boy nervous. Got everything I think in place. Pretty sure that's good. That's good. Let's just try and see if it'll start with actual good fuel in it. I think it still has some water in it. my balls off with her, and I'm gonna let her test drive it. She doesn't know that yet. I'm not moving this damn thing, she is. So figure this thing out, see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart and kill us or something like that. I don't know. We'll see you. Wow. Catch you guys in a second. Typical average Joe builds fashion. There's a giant lake of transmission fluid. Somebody took a hose clamp off the transmission line, and when we were pulling the swap out, and then put it all back together and didn't tighten that one hose clamp. So yeah, but it should fire, it should run. I got the transmission fluid full enough that it seems like it's good. It's at an angle, so that might not have been too smart, but we'll find out. All we're trying to do here is back it out, turn it around, and back it back in. Not really into this mess, so I can work on some of the other parts of it, get some more progress done. And technically, she's never driven this, so we'll find out what happens here. I'm not nervous. You guys are. I mean, oh wait, hold on. There's a door panel on the roof. Clearly, we were prepared for this, so, I mean, I think it will stop. It feels like it will stop. I think it will go. Actually, here, I'll film you.
Trust fall. Okay, trust fall. Ready, set, go.
Back and down the ramps, and then because it should be good. I mean, the brakes are fine. Okay, you're fine. She's more nervous than I am. Okay, go ahead and you just turn the key. Okay, pump the brakes a little bit. I mean, I feel like they hold decent, especially once you pump them. Okay, so to get in reverse, you have to physically hold the shifter up in the air. And then, alright, that's reverse. So just let off and see if it will roll down backwards. You're good. You're good. It might want some throttle. So nervous, I can tell. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Keep going. All right, good. Thumbnail. Yeah, manual steering. We might end up taking my power steering, huh? Keep going. You're good. Keep going. You have plenty of space. Plenty. Give us some throttle. Go. Go forward more. You're fine. You have all the space. Go. Keep going. Hold on, back down one. Back down one. Now up. Now all the way. There you go. Learning this together. So sweet. I can't believe she's driving her truck. Plenty of space. Straight back. Oh. Hey. There you go.
straight back right there. Straighten it out. Straighten it out this way. Driver's side, driver's side. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And stop. Hey. Stop. Stop. Park. Go ahead and kill it.
I drove a truck for the first time.
Yeah. It just started to get warm and get a little steamy, so we're perfect. That was a little perfect. You did it. I need to build exhaust for this thing. This is the loudest monster ever. That cam and everything. It's what?
And I'm getting high.
Yeah. Well, I need to. You have exhaust pointed at your feet. You have, you know, the bed sitting haphazardly. You have everything. I'm going to air this thing out, and we'll continue this clip in a little bit. Sporadic is as sporadic does, right? That's what we do best around here. But we got it working. Coolant drip. Sadly, meaning, yeah, this radiator is, it's an OG 62 radiator. I just wanted to keep it because it's an original copper Harrison, so it is what it is. I'll get a new Amazon replacement, Amazon or eBay, whatever. I bagged her out just a little bit to get a little view of it, and I cannot believe it actually drives. It's pretty wild. But like I was saying before, I almost died right there. It's just a progress report at the end of this. We have Duramax intercooler piping getting finished, so I can actually start the rest of the stuff on the big truck. And while we were working, it was pretty cool. Did get the tie rod kit from Rust Stuff Specialties, so I can finish the steering and everything on this guy. Get the links mocked up, which means, yeah, jeez, we might be driving this thing next too. Oh crap. I'm tired. I got to go grab some wheels and tires, get some other parts and some odds and ends, and then some dinner into me. But with that, I'm gonna leave you guys here. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Average Joe Builds, we're out.